wanted to point it out for clarification's sake. Where you actually were was south of Escondido.
Thought so. Definitely thought so. But, yeah, whatever. Well, we grabbed it, and, yeah, that is the brief sort of, like, explanation that Trucera will provide to the Mundies and Vice, while, Coyote spirits us away. The incident that would prevent us from returning to Los Angeles?
No, there is no incident from prevent you from returning.
Okay. In that case, Trucera will recommend, I actually suggest that we head to the Sunken Angels bar immediately. Since they actually volunteered to us out of the blue for whatever reason, if they actually aren't capable of it, it would be good to know. Otherwise, I can try asking my friend. She might know someone who's capable of tracking sympathetic links. In fact, I could do that now. Trucera will actually ring up Nohime, see if he can get a response from Miss Costello.
Go ahead and throw me a single d6.
Okay, let me throw my d6. There you go. Rolled 6.
Well, then she certainly has time for you. She's doing nothing important.
Miss Costello, cut to the point. Do you, by chance, happen to know someone who is capable of tracking sympathetic links?
There's probably at least one person in Seattle I could put you in touch with, but no one down here in LA.
I don't suppose you know anything about the proprietors of the Sunken Angels bar, whether they might be able to do that or not?
Sunken Angels bar. That's one up in, north of Pasadena somewhere. I know the night one that runs, it used to be a runner, a fairly, not big one, but a noticeable one, all along the Pacific Rim. Did a lot of stuff in Hong Kong, I think. But, she's an LA native. I don't know what her abilities are, though. I know she was astral security and things like that, but I don't know what she can do. I'm sorry, that's pretty much the extent of what I know.
Fine, that's fine, Miss Costello, no problems at all. I was just checking to see whether my time might be spent elsewhere. I had this thing, sympathetic link. Wanted to know whether anyone here was actually capable of doing that, because I knew I wasn't.
Yeah, that's initiation stuff. That's not something I ever had a chance to do, and burning out's not made me that much better.
You know, I still haven't gotten over what that boy toy tried to do to me, and it's been 5 weeks.
Maybe he was just trying to give you this.
You thought the rabbit would try to appreciate me more, but all he was doing was chanting, fuck you, in his mind. It was very hurtful. I don't suppose you know of any other rabbit awakened by chance?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know any other rabbit surged awaken. I mean, I'm sure there's awakened rabbits if you're looking around enough, but
Ha. Well, if any ever crosses your doorstep, by all means, never call me about it.
I'll make sure not.
Good. Unless you need help, in which case I've had some prior experience. I did witness certain events. I could help walk you through the process.
I'd rather you not walk me through the process of dealing with a rabbit boy toy.
Oh, well, you know,
Besides which, our processes on that are a little bit different.
right. Well, I'm here if you need me. Really, I'm your friend. I'm here to support you.
I will. I think there's something lining up in the next couple of months that I might be calling you with. I'm not sure about payment, but I know there's at least one big thing I've got that you might like. If you can get up some money, because what I'm thinking of doing will take at least a good team, and I know you've been running with that group recently. I need a team sometime in the next 2, maybe 3 months, and I won't be able to pay you cash, but I'll have a very nice a toy for you. Not a boy toy, but a toy.
Oh, well, you know I'm always open to hear what you have to say. We'll certainly talk about that when the situation gets closer, though. Thank you for your time. Please do have a pleasant day in the... You notice how windy it was here recently? It just feels like it stopped. Weather is weird. I'd rather be in Seattle where it's always raining.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that it's a nice, 70-ish winter time. I can't argue with that.
Whatever. Trusair will hang up, shrug, say, Sucking Angel's Bar is the best idea I have. Oh, it's great. Great. So, unless there is any opposition from the other players, we're heading towards the Sunken Angel's Bar.
Yep.
Pretty much.
It'll be... We'll say there's some traffic. It'll be another 3 hours before you get there, so... 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is when we hop in, be bopping. Imagine there's the same cast of characters still frozen in place there. You have that hooded motherfucker with the goatee in the top right corner.
That there is. It's the exact same cast. It never changes at all.
All of them trapped in a single, silent, wordless scream.
It's like this is Cheers, man. Like 2072 Cheers. Any better sense of, where to go for the thing, I would. Trusair would go to the bar. I assume the person behind the counter is one of the 4 individuals who may have brought up the idea of what these individuals do. Well, there we go. There you go.
So you'll have... You know the name she goes by. We'll have Halfdan, bartending. And the girl, Valran, or Valraven, doing the running around and serving drinks and all that stuff.
Trusair will go to the bartender just because of like the convenience and the fact, the whole sort of I suppose stereotype. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And just say bluntly, when I was in here several days ago, I was informed that the proprietors of this establishment are capable awakened themselves who can also track down things, I have a sort of interest in pursuing those avenues.
Well, specifics, prices will range depending on danger and anything else. That said, starting price will be for any sort of magical activity. Starting price for any activity will be $100 an hour.
Nods. This is actually very specific, and I am unsure whether anyone here can actually meet the requirements. We're hoping to track down a girl for a family, and with the best we have so far is a sympathetic link, by which means, and I am not initiated in such pursuit. I did not know whether any proprietor or whether proprietors knew anyone who was capable in such fields.
She'll look over at her comlink and say, for that astral tracking, astral anything really, you should wait until after sundown.
Dude.
I did not catch that.
It wasn't important. It was just like some sort of like trivial understood. That's all I said.
Okay. As is, go ahead and have a drink.
Trusair will relay the information if, for whatever reason, none of them have been paying attention. Wait until sundown. I think I know why. Trusair won't have the guffawing laugh that Grimith does because he's a boisterous asshole, but seems obvious enough. We'd be waiting until sundown before we could perhaps make a pitch for that, but considering how much money we were afforded for the possibilities of doing this anyway, I think it'll be okay. So if you all have anything to do, hours to kill, I'll remain here, keep an eye on the establishment. I'm fine. But by all means, do whatever you want. Come back at the sundown.
All right, well, Coyote will go back to his shop and turn on the TV relatively, or tread, whatever, relatively loudly. He'll put down his disposable comm link, then he'll walk to the other room and do stuff in private.
I don't know if anyone else is still here.
I'm here.
Response of what your character might be doing, Jordan?
Unless needed, he'll probably be at his apartment, trying to not get yelled at by his mother.
That's something. It's anything we were looking for, and Twitch might be doing whatever Twitch does.
Twitch
apparently,
is doing errand things.
Apparently rampaging through Hollywood as a giant monster.
Right, because she has the miracle shooter.
Perfect. Will Vice and Coyote show up before sundown, or at least just at sundown?
Vice
Or
will show up
they
before.
Coyote will show up, 10, 15 minutes after, I guess.
Hello.
Hello. I mean, there is, of course, the whole message, relaying, what's going to happen, if anything, might take some time, and it's just going to be a bunch of gab between Awaken that none of you might much care for or even appreciate or even want to hear, along with some negotiating haranguing perhaps, which actually probably won't be much in the way of negotiation because Trusair isn't going to actually argue or bicker with these people, because anyone who can actually track down sympathetic links, Trusair is going to bend more willingly for and put aside the dice, because they know how valuable that is. Trusair's not going to dicker about it. So basically, if you don't want to come, it's fine. I'll give you a readout of what happens in the fact, but it's going to be a thing that might transpire.
Yeah, visiting the bar, just to inform Aaron, visiting the bar, Trusair got told to wait for sundown, for obvious reasons, and just asking what Aaron does in the meantime, because it's about 3 o'clock now, and does she show up for... I may have said the wrong name. Does she show up for the actually after sundown?
Yeah, she'll show up for that. In the meantime, she'll, I don't know, finally tend to her fucking garden again, let's say that.
Well, then, play around, come back, sundown, probably another half hour before she finally gets down. Night one comes down. You can, again, blind as a bat, obvious, she has cataracts in the eyes. Her eyesight, if you were to just look at it, it looks faded. She doesn't walk with a cane, but looks a little bit far off, dazed. In another time and place, it would have looked like she was, stoned out of her mind, but know very well that she's perceiving the astral. It's a look that all of you've seen at some point. A lot now.
Implying she isn't also stoned out of her mind.
That is a possibility. The girl that follows her has the same look. Doesn't have the same excuse of being blind. But, you know, or at least fairly sure that, she can actually perceive, so maybe, you don't know. And, Valran will step out, touch Morgan on his shoulder, tell her something, and whisper it into her ear. It's not exactly a secret whisper, but telling them that the mage has a request, and she'll stay up to attend the bar if she needs to go and do that. And she'll stop right in front of Truslayer and anyone else that is there.
Trusair will sort of like offer like a friendly, congenial smile out of habit, and then sort of a chuckle, and I don't know. I gotta think about this, and say, "Are you the one who could perhaps help?" Sort of looking to his left and right, us.
If you're looking for a psychologist, no.
No, definitely not. We are looking for someone who is capable and initiated to track someone through a sympathetic link. I was not familiar enough with this area. I did not know if one of the proprietors of the Sunken Angels bar was capable of such. I was told to wait until night fell.
Go ahead and everyone can make me a memory test.
That's logic plus willpower?
Yes. Unless I'm wrong for a second time.
No, it's definitely logic plus willpower. Woo! 20% success rate. Good job, me. Spring break. Boo! 33% success rate. I hate you. You're dumb.
I had a 25% success rate.
I hate you too.
Fifth.
Fuck you! Fuck this shit! Going home.
She'll say, give me what you have.
I'm sorry.
You want me to check something, right?
Right. Yes. The girl we're looking for, and Trusair will actually extend the vial to her, is a dwarf girl who goes by the name of Karina Colère. At least that is the name that her family has told us for. You can run through a basic dossier of her, like describing her birth, hair, eyes, her basic appearance. We had plenty of time to stare at her.
Two things. One, when you she's originally reaching out to take whatever it is. When you pull out the thing and offer it to her, she pulls her hand back. Two,
Okay.
when when you start, describing her physical appearance, her eyes sort of refocus. She's no longer actually perceiving, and says, "And do you really think that helps?" And I don't want to touch that thing.
Trusair stops extending it and says, "All right then."
She'll get the unfocused look in her eyes and actually sort of plug her nose when she says this. Do you know someone by the name of Salem? This is what the memory test was for. Twitch and Trusair, I believe, got 2 hits. They'll both sort of, hey, I know I recently heard that. Coyote will... That ad? That's what the name on that ad was, right? That, for that medium down there? Down in the toxic zone?
Right.
Yes, it was. Because why wouldn't it be? For fuck's sakes.
Can put that thing away. You know what? If you really want me to, I don't think I'd be the person to track something like that. I'm good at reading things, but I'm not great at tracking. Let's see, tracking. She's the only person I know in the area that actually offers services and that could track it.
All right. Thank you for your time. Trusair will leave.
So I guess it's back to our favorite vacation zone, the toxic zone.
Maybe we'll get it some new machine guns this time.
Well, at least we're on the right track, right?
Do you guys head there at the moment?
It's like
It just turned dark.
Yeah, that's what I think we're probably gonna get some sleep and go to there tomorrow. Go that way tomorrow. At
Sounds
least
about
that's
right.
Coyote's.
yep, sounds about right.
Well, then, in the morning you head down there.
I think that's the plan.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know about Cripson and Grimith, but I think they're on board.
Yeah, that Coyote will offer to take the hovercraft down there. I don't think you'll need it, but hey, it's good for that type of place.
That's fine.
Well, as you head down there, you'll go to where the coordinates were. Truthsayer put them aside, and so he has them. You'll see a single shack just sort of sitting there off the side of the road, just out of the blue, and can I get a sensing roll from Truthsayer? As you get there, you'll have a decent enough feeling of the sort of background count, the slowly climbing to about a 2 as you close in towards the old nuclear generating station. And then as you get towards the actual house itself, it'll dip off. You'll feel the background count sort of even out to a flat 0, and sort of sniffing around almost. The background's count as basically as clean as you've ever felt it, like as absolutely neutral, like all sort of ambient energy of badness and whatnot has been cleaned away.
Truthsayer's frustrated, sort of like whereas, Twitch called him like a surly, person. Definitely played the role there, because the entire time, the moment that led to Sunken Angels Bar, he was thinking, we were just fucking down there, I knew there's a fucking second medium down there, why the hell didn't we just go down there? Took another fucking day. I gotta go back down there, and I'm gonna be in the middle of this toxic hellhole with so much background. The firmly set draw sort of like, it eases as he just sort of like cocks his head like a dog who's confused. Like,
Yeah, it'll actually probably feel good down here. I mean, even when you're just sort of walking down the street, you'll feel spikes and annoyances, and normally if you're not actually perceiving, they don't blend over, they don't sort of affect you. But down here, you'll sometimes get a feeling, just bad vibes, just bad juju.
Truthsayer's actually going to, well, after he's like soaked in like this confused moment, he'll look at Vice and say, and perhaps like a very calm voice given his surly mood thus far, you feel that?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I don't feel shit, boy.
You have
Just lie.
Say, Vice will say that and then pause. Trusair will frown like, what do you feel?
It's a really nice breeze, isn't it?
Just feels nice out. Feels... I wouldn't think this would be in the toxic zone.
Trusair pauses. The frown will dissipate and reveal an earnest smile and say, yeah, it does feel nice out, doesn't it? Like I'm back home again.
Yeah, it actually is one of the cleanest sort of background counts you smelled. Like even back in Seattle, it's you get the spikes every here or there. They aren't as bad as going into the toxic zone, though you'll every here or there you'll get very strong spikes. But it's about as clean as you've ever felt it. I mean, it doesn't feel as good as like something that's aspected towards you. Like if you have a 2 or 3 background count that's actually in your favor, it's just sort of this overwhelming presence of good. But in this, it's just sort of absolute cleanliness.
Does Trusair know how this could be caused? Like, could it be caused by someone or a group of individuals actually working to make it happen instead of like a natural ebb and flow?
Do you have any well, what would be your knowledge that would pertain to that?
Magical traditions and magical theory.
Magical theory. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay, will do.
You certainly know that individuals can do this. They can affect the background count. And, I mean, even just the sort of day-to-day stuff like, Auschwitz and the Amerindian camps in the UCAS and a lot of other places just have horrible, horrible background counts because they were places of great disaster. And, anywhere there's human contact, background count flux up and down. Murder scenes can sometimes spike upwards of 4 for even just a few days, and it's just all over the place. But you also know that magic itself, like individuals using spells and initiation abilities and meta magics, can actually fluctuate the background count how they want it. It's usually not that easy to raise it, but cleaning it out's sort of a basic level initiation thing. It's not one that a lot of initiates like to take because it's kind of useless. It's unless you're really fighting something, you'll normally pick somewhere where it favors you in the first place, and you can't sort of create that. That's very difficult to create. But just evening out is something you can learn.
I knew about that out of character, and, it's not like it's one of those, like, flashy type of things either, and for a Shadowrunner who's regularly doing runs, he doesn't exactly have the time to sculpt the background at a target to his liking.
Right. It's, essentially just one initiation ability. That's it.
Okay. Trusair was going to be all surly and angry and frustrated, mainly because he was pissed that we didn't come, and now that's actually kicking in like, if I had just come here yesterday, I would have known how great this place is. This motherfucker. And then the whole surly jaw resets.